Hello viewers and my dear students, welcome to my channel. I am Hashim Ali Khan here. So presently I am giving the lectures on the subject Financial Accounting 1. In this subject I am going to take up the new topic called Rectification of Errors. In this video I am going to explain you in detail what are the different types of errors and how to rectify the errors in accounting. So before that, if you are first time watching my video, I suggest you to go to the playlist of my channel. I have uploaded the videos on number of subjects like advanced accounting, cost accounting, corporate accounting, financial accounting, like that. Select your particular subject, watch the video, enhance your knowledge, get a confidence, good confidence on the subject. And now in Financial Accounting 1, already I have uploaded the topics called Bank Reconciliation Statement and Final Accounts of Sole Trading Concern. So many videos I have uploaded on the theory as well as problems on these two topics. Now third topic I am going to start this rectification of errors. So my suggestion, in order to get a good command on the subject, watch the video till the end, don't skip in between. So hope my regular viewers are already watching. I'm getting a lot of comments from my students, from the viewers, that they like my channel, they are understanding my methodology, they are understanding my lectures. So thank you for that. That encouragement only gives me more enthusiasm to give more and more videos on these different subjects, which will be helpful not only to face the examination, but also to face the world, to face the interviews, to increase your confidence on the subject. Now, I am going to start rectification of errors. First of all, the meaning of the term rectification of errors. Errors means mistakes. Rectification means making correction. So whatever mistakes we have committed, we have encountered in this accounting while doing the accounting, those mistakes, how to rectify them. So we have a procedure of how to rectify the errors in accounts. In normal circumstances, whenever we made some mistake while writing something, we just erase it. We'll put a whitener on that. But in accounts, we should not resort to all such things. There's a procedure of how to rectify the errors in accounts. So in this video, I'm going to explain you the types of errors and how to rectify them. In the next video, we'll start solving the problems on rectification of errors. So first of all, meaning of the term rectification of errors. The errors are the mistakes which are committed by the bookkeeper or the accountant while writing the accounts. And rectification means correcting those errors. That's the meaning of rectification of errors. Now, classification of errors. We can classify the errors into two types. First of all, error of principle and clerical errors. Error of principle and clerical errors. First of all, we classify in this way. First of all, error of principle. The error of principle are those errors in which we will not follow the rules of accounting or principles of accounting. We are having some principles and rules of accounting. If we violate those rules, that error will be called error of principle. Simple example I'll give you. Suppose a capital expenditure is treated as a revenue expenditure. A capital expenditure incurred, but by mistake we have treated it as a revenue expenditure. Simple example I'll give you, machinery purchased. The normal entry for purchasing the machinery is machinery account debtor to bank. Machinery account debtor to bank. But by mistake, the accountant has written the entry purchases account debtor to bank. So instead of debiting machinery, he has debited purchases. Actually, when we purchase machinery, it is a capital expenditure. When we purchase a machinery, it is a capital expenditure. But by mistake, he has treated it as a revenue expenditure. Purchases account debtor to bank, he has written. This is an error. Instead of debiting machinery account, the accountant has debited purchases account. This type of error is called error of principle. We are violating the accounting principle, accounting rules we are violating. That is called error of principle. Now, clerical errors. Clerical errors are those errors which are made by the accountant, by the bookkeeper. in which he will take a wrong amount, he will make a totaling mistake, he will post it in a wrong account. So while maintaining the accounts, he has committed some clerical errors, like finding out the total of the purchases book. He has committed an error. He has taken a wrong total. In the same way, while totaling the sales book, he has taken a wrong total. In the same way, while posting the entry from purchases book to the customers, from the creditor's account, from purchases book to the creditor's account, he has committed a mistake. He has taken a wrong amount or in another wrong account. So this type of errors which are committed by the accountant, by the bookkeeper while maintaining the accounts. Instead of debiting X account, he has debited Y's account. Instead of debiting 1000, he has debited 100 rupees. Instead of totaling the correct amount to 10,000, he has taken 1000. 10 he has omitted. This type of errors which are committed by the bookkeeper, that is called clerical errors. Now, types of clerical errors. Now we have different types of clerical errors. Those clerical errors are error of omission. Error of omission means the entry is altogether completely omitted to be recorded. Simple example, when goods are purchased. When goods are purchased on credit, it should be recorded in the purchaser's book. Purchaser's book is a subsidiary book. So when purchases are made, credit purchases are made, it should be recorded in purchase book. But the accountant has forgot to enter into the purchase book. The entry is altogether omitted. This type of error is called error of omission. Error of omission. Similarly, an entry is recorded in purchases book but forgot to be transferred to the ledger accounts altogether. This is called error of omission. Now, error of commission. The error of commission means those clerical mistakes which is concerned with wrong totaling, carrying forward a wrong amount, taking to the right account but wrong amount we have taken. Sometimes correct amount is there but the account we have taken wrongly. Example, we have received the cash from X. So entry will be cash account data to X. So X account should have been credited, but by mistake Y account has been created. Instead of creating X account, we have created Y account. So this is a clerical error. This is called error of commission. Error of commission. Similarly, one more example we can give like this. Suppose if the goods are sold to Mr. X. So instead of debiting X, by mistake he has debited Y account. It's an error of commission. Next one is compensating error. One error will compensate another error. When two errors compensate with each other, the trial balance will agree. For example, by mistake we have taken lesser amount on debit side. One error we have done, we have taken a lesser amount on debit side of a particular account. Similarly, another mistake we have done by taking lesser amount, same less amount in credit side. For example, X was taken debit short by 500 rupees. At the same time, one more mistake we have done in Y's account on credit side, we have taken 500 rupees short. These are called compensating error. The first we have taken 500 rupees less on debit side, another error 500 rupees less in another account. So in this way, one error will compensate another error, and by compensating both these errors, the trial balance will tally. So in this way, these three types are called clerical errors. Error of omission, error of commission, and compensating errors. Now, one more method is there for classification of errors. The errors can be said as those errors disclosed by trial balance and those errors which are not disclosed by trial balance. Remember, it is not compulsory that whenever there are errors, trial balance will not agree. Normal circumstances, definitely it will be there. Whenever the accountant commits mistake, the trial balance will not agree. That is a normal rule. But that is not the ultimate conclusive proof. Many a times it may happen, the errors are there, but still our trial balance will tally. So that is not a conclusive point that whenever there are errors, the trial balance will not agree. Sometimes it may happen that in spite of the errors, the trial balance may agree. The trial balance will not disclose the errors. So first we will discuss what are the errors which are disclosed by the trial balance. When the bookkeeper has committed the error, the trial balance will not tally. What are the cases which are disclosed in the trial balance? First one, wrong totaling of subsidiary book. See here, example of subsidiary books are purchase book, sales book. Other books are also there, but for understanding purpose I am taking two books, purchase book and sales book. The purchase book will record all purchase of goods on credit. Purchase of goods on credit in purchases book. Then sales book will record all sales of goods on credit. That will be recorded in sales book. So what will happen? Wrong totaling of subsidiary books. Every day whatever we have purchased, we record in purchase book. So for example, today we have purchased from 5 different suppliers. A, B, C, D, E. 5 different suppliers we have purchased the goods. So all the 5 purchases will record in the purchase book. We'll take the amount also. By mistake, the accountant has committed a mistake in totaling the purchase book. While taking the total of the purchase book, instead of taking 5,000, he has taken 50,000. The totaling mistake he has done, 50,000 he has taken, 10 extra he has taken by mistake. Now this total of purchase book 50,000, which is wrong, will go to purchase account. From purchases book, we are posting into purchases account. So when we have taken wrong total 50,000, that wrong total will go to purchase account 50,000. What will happen? Our trial balance will not agree, because the total of purchases book 50,000 wrong amount we have taken in purchases account. When we post it into suppliers account, creditors account, A's account was correctly created, B's account correctly created, C's account correctly created, parties account are correctly credited, but the total of purchases account wrongly debited. In that case, your trial balance will not going to agree, because on debit side we have taken 50,000. Purchase account was debited by 50,000. Actually, instead, how much is the correct amount? 5,000. The correct amount is 5,000, but by mistake we have debited purchases account by 50,000. Whereas individual parties we have credited by 5,000. So credit side we have taken 5,000 for individual parties, and purchases account we have debited by 50,000. So your trial balance will be out by 45,000, because for these transactions, debit side we have taken 50,000, credit side we have taken 5,000. So 50,000 minus 5,000, your trial balance will be out by 45,000. So this error will be disclosed in the trial balance. Which is that error? Wrong totaling of subsidiary book. Then items omitted to be posted from subsidiary book into ledger. Item omitted to be posted from subsidiary book to the ledger account. Example, in purchases book. In purchases book, we have made the purchase from 5 suppliers A, B, C, D, E. We have correctly taken the total of the purchase book, same 5,000 rupees, same we have taken. But while crediting the parties account, one of the parties account was not credited. 5 parties, we have purchased the goods from 5 parties, but we have credited only 4 parties account. A, B we have credited, C we forgot, D and E we have credited. So out of 5 parties, 1 party's account we have not credited. Again, this error will be disclosed by the trial balance. Your trial balance will not tally, because debit side you have taken correctly, purchase account you have taken correctly, whereas parties account should be credited. 1 party you have ignored, you forgot, omitted to be posted. This error will again. Next, third one, posting a wrong amount to a ledger account. Posting a wrong amount to a ledger account. Same example I'll give. We have purchased goods from 5 different suppliers A, B, C, D, E. From A, we have purchased 1,000. From B, we have purchased 2,000. From C, 3,000. From D, 4,000. From E, 5,000. These are the individual purchases we have made from A, B, C, D, E, and we have recorded correctly in the subsidiary book. The total subsidiary book is also correct. While making the posting to supplier's account A, B, C, D, E, instead of 3000, C account should have been credited by 3000, but by mistake we have taken 30,000. Instead of 3000 credited in C's account, we have credited C's account by 30,000, 10 by mistake we have added. So what will happen? Your trial balance will not agree. You have wrongly posted an amount in an account, in ledger account. Wrong amount. Instead of taking 3000, you have taken 30,000 in C's account. Again, this error will be disclosed in the trial balance. The trial balance will not tally on account of this error. Next one, D point. Posting an amount on the wrong side of the ledger account. Posting an amount on the wrong side of the ledger account. Example, same example. Purchases. We have purchased the goods from A, B, C, D, E, 5 parties. So all the A, B, C, D, E purchases are recorded in purchases book. The total of purchases book rightly we have transferred to purchases account. No mistake. Now parties account has to be credited. Purchase account is debited. A, B, C, D account should be credited. By mistake, C's account was debited. Actually, we should have credited all the parties account, A's account, B's account, C's account, D's account, E's account. All the parties account should have been credited. But by mistake, one of the party you have taken wrongly on debit side. Wrongly on debit side. Again, this error will be disclosed by the trial balance. Your trial balance will not agree at all. Next comes wrong addition or balancing of ledger account. While taking a balance in ledger account, a wrong totaling error has been done. Wrong totaling has been done in a ledger account. Again, your trial balance will not agree. An item of subsidiary book posted twice in the ledger account. While making a posting from the subsidiary book to the ledger account, by mistake twice we have taken. Instead of taking once, we have taken 2 times. Example, purchases account has been debited. Parties account should have been credited. Supplier account should have been credited. But by mistake, C's account we have credited twice. Instead of once, we have taken 2 times on credit side. Of which account? C's account. Again, your trial balance will not agree. Next one, omission of a balance of an account into the trial balance. We forgot to take one of the account balance into trial balance. So, again, your trial balance will not agree because you forgot to bring down one balance from the ledger into trial balance. So these are some of the cases where the trial balance will not agree on account of errors, right? So remember again, every error will not be disclosed by the trial balance. There are some errors. In spite of those errors also, your balance sheet will agree, tally. Now I am going to discuss that point. Errors not disclosed by a trial balance. Errors not disclosed by a trial balance means in spite of having those errors, our trial balance still will agree. So what are those types of errors? First, omission of an entry altogether in a subsidiary book. Omission of an entry altogether in a subsidiary book. Example, whenever goods are purchased on credit, it should have been recorded in purchase book. But the accountant has forgot to write that entry in purchase book itself. Omitted. He has not recorded at all. This is called error of omission. So in spite of this error of omission, your trial balance will agree. Because we have not taken debit side, we have not taken credit side. We have not debited purchase account, we have not credited parties account. When both debit and credit effect is not given, your trial balance will agree definitely. In spite of that error of omission, your trial balance will agree. Next one, writing the wrong amount in the subsidiary book. By mistake in the subsidiary book itself, you have taken a wrong amount. Example, purchased goods from Mr. A for rupees 10,000. Purchased goods from Mr. A, rupees 10,000. 10,000 may say 10 was ignored or forgot to be written. Instead of 4 zeros, 1 0 is omitted. 3 zeros we have taken. That means 10,000 will become 1,000. So while recording that in purchaser's book, we have written A, Mr. A, 1000. Actual amount is 10,000. But 10 we have not recorded, only 1000 we have taken. When 1000 rupees is taken in subsidiary book, the total of subsidiary book will go to subsidiary account. And A's account will be credited by 1000. So that means 1000 rupees goes to purchase account and 1000 rupees goes to A's account. Your balance sheet will tally, your trial balance will tally in spite of the error. Because a wrong amount has been recorded in subsidiary book. Next one. Posting an item on the correct side but in the wrong account. Posting an amount in the correct amount but in the wrong account. Example, we have purchased the goods from X. So entry will be purchases account data to X account. So instead of crediting X account, we have credited Y's account. The accountant has by mistake credited Y's account. He should have credited X account. Your trial balance will agree. Because trial balance will see whether the debit and credit are same or not. So here the amount is same. But the thing is, instead of crediting X's account, Y's account is credited. Your trial balance will agree. Next, last one. Next one, compensating error. One error compensate another error. When both the errors compensate with each other, your trial balance will agree. There are two errors. One error compensates another error. For example, you have taken 500 rupees short on debit side and also 500 rupees short on credit side. So two mistakes you have done. Debit side 500 rupees less you have taken. In another mistake, credit side you have taken 500 rupees less. Compensate. Your trial balance will agree. Last one, error of principle. If error of principle is committed, then also your trial balance will agree. Example, when we purchase the machinery, the entry will be machinery account data to bank. This is the correct entry when we purchase the machinery. But by mistake, instead of debiting machinery account, purchases account was debited. Purchases account data to bank. This was the wrong entry passed. It is error of principle. But due to error of principle, your trial balance again will tally. Because it will see only debit and credit amounts are same or not. It is same. But there is principle, error of principle. So these are the errors which are not disclosed by trial balance. Now rectification of errors disclosed before the preparation of trial balance. Discovered. Rectification of errors discovered before the preparation of trial balance. So how to rectify the errors which are disclosed before preparing the trial balance. ट्रायल बैलेंस बनने से पहले अगर एरर्स मालूम हो गए तो कैसा उसको रेक्टिफाई करेंगे. सो एरर्स अफेक्टिंग वन अकाउंट. इफ द एरर इज देयर ओनली इन वन अकाउंट, सो सच एरर्स कैन बी रेक्टिफाइड बाय गिविंग एन एक्सप्लेनेटरी नोट. फॉर एग्जांपल, if there is a undercasting of purchase book, if there is undercasting totaling less of purchaser's book, it is a one-sided error. Only one account is affected. Which is that account? Purchase account. So purchase account is affected. So this error will be rectified by giving an explanatory note, narration. Simply by giving the narration. Example, purchaser's book was undercast by rupees 1000. So error is there only in purchase account. So in purchase account on debit side we will write the undercasting of total in purchase book 1000 rupees. That's all. In this way we can rectify errors which are disclosed before preparing the trial balance and error that affect only one account. Now errors affecting two accounts. If two accounts are affected, such errors can be generally rectified by passing rectification entry. If errors affects two accounts, for example, when we have received cash from X, we pass the entry cash account data to X account. Cash account data to X account. By mistake, we have credited Y's account. By mistake, we have credited Y's account. Instead of crediting X account, we have credited Y's account. So two accounts are affected. In this case, we have to pass an entry. Actually, which account has been wrongly credited? Y's account is wrongly credited. Because we have received the cash from X. Cash account data to X account. X account should have been credited. But by mistake, we have credited Y's account. Now, debit Y's account. जिसको जिसको गलती से क्रेडिट कर दिए थे उसको अब डेबिट करेंगे, तो वाइज अकाउंट डेटा टू एक्स अकाउंट. By passing this rectifying entry, we can be able to rectify the error. This is about errors affecting to error. Now, rectification of error disclosed after the preparation of trial balance. See, rectifying the error after preparing the trial balance. Normally, what will happen? We cannot prolong the preparation of financial statements. Final accounts we cannot prolong for long period of time. We are in urgency of preparing the final accounts, but the accountant is finding some errors. His trial balance is not tallying. The year ending, at the time of closing the accounts, the accountant is in hurry to prepare the final accounts, but his trial balance is not agreeing. So temporarily he will open one account called suspense account. Temporarily he will open an account called suspense account. If the trial balance debit side he is getting 1 lakh, credit side he is getting 90,000. So 10,000 rupees short he is getting on credit side. So he will write on suspense account credit column 10,000. Temporarily trial balance will tally. After tallying the trial balance, he will go on preparing the final accounts. Trading profit and loss account, balance sheet, all financial statements are prepared. In the next year, when the next year comes, the accountant will find out where are the errors. He will find out where are the errors. And those errors will be rectified by using this suspense account. By completing the entry by using suspense account, he will rectify those errors. When all the errors are rectified, the suspense account will automatically get closed. This is how the errors will be rectified after preparation of trial balance with the help of suspense account. So this is the end of the theory of rectification of errors. So if you are able to understand my lecture, give a like to the video, share it in your groups, give your comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So next video I am going to start the problems on rectification of errors. Again, I suggest you don't skip the video in between. If you want the complete command, if you want to learn something, if you want to increase your knowledge, you must have patience to listen the lecture. If you understand the theory video, then definitely you don't find much difficulty in understanding the problems. Directly if you go to the problems, you may not be able to completely understand it. So follow my suggestions, that will be more beneficial for you. So see you again in the next video on the problems of rectification of errors.